Hi everyone, welcome to your reading with me, Larry. I'm going to talk for Larry. Really. He just jumped up on the table as soon as I was ready to do your reading. We're going to do a fun one. It's always fun to look at. Yeah. And we're going to have to go to our spot at the table. Are you giving everybody purrs? He's giving everybody purrs. But you can't stay. Come here, baby. I need the table. You feel like you have branches in your tummy. What is this? It is. Branch. You have a branch in your tummy. Got that out for you. Here. Go in your spot. That's a good boy. Go in your spot. That's a good boy. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, honey. That's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. We're going to do you, your friend, and your foe. Do that today. It's always fun. We're going to use the archetype deck too. That always makes it a lot of fun. We are looking at 3 different energies. So there's always a possibility, you know, even though I'm calling you guys the first one, you could see yourself in another spot in the spread. It's always possible. Now, it is also possible that the friend and the foe could also come across as, you know, when you're doing the best thing for yourself or you're doing things for your highest good, that's the friend energy. And when you ain't doing the things for your highest good, that's the foe. So keep that in mind. I do try to separate it into 3 separate entities, but it's up to Spirit. Spirit's in charge. Right, Larry? Spirit's in charge. So let's see. You, your friend, and your foe. Thank you, Larry. You see, I'm just sort of off camera there. Oh yeah, so what we're going to look at your energy, your motives, and what your motives are directed towards. That's for each of you. You have the damsel in the light. You are understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. So you are not someone who is looking for a relationship because I need someone to cut the grass, or I need someone to make me dinner, or I need that. All right. Your motives are in the up. Wow, you have the prince in the light. Romantic charm and potential for power. Interesting. And your motives are directed towards, it's also in the light. Hedonist inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Wow. Who I'm picking up here is somebody who is, to some degree, I want to say fiercely independent, but also not closed off. I mean, the fact that you have like the Prince card with romantic charm and potential for power, and it's in the light. So there could be, you know, if there's a possibility of something romantic in your life, there's a lot of potential in that. There could be a lot of potential with that. You are very charming. You're not sort of like taking the charming aspect of your personality and sticking it in the dark corner and not letting that come forward because you are independent. You are still kind of embracing the charming aspects of yourself. And right, it's to really, I want to say, if anything, it's to enjoy your life. It's to enjoy life and to enjoy the things around you. I love that. I love that energy. Your friend. Well, your friend's energy is in the upright, so that's nice. Your friend is a priest in the light that facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So this could be somebody who's, they could actually be a priest. They could be somebody who's involved in a religion. This could be a spiritual, very spiritual person. I mean, it's not surprising, the group that I'm reading, that you have a friend that according to these cards, would be considered fairly spiritual. This person is tapped in. They may actually be tapped into, you know, like how I'm doing it right now. They may be tapped in terms of maybe they write poetry, maybe they write stories, maybe they do artwork, but they get, no. Maybe they get downloads. I want to say they get downloads, what they do. Do you want to tell them that you and Lily went to the vet yesterday? That's what I don't talk about. I don't like the vet. I don't think he likes the vet. Lily finds the vet interesting. There's so many things to smell, and she's never, knock on wood, really had a bad experience there. It's the groomer she doesn't want to go to. But anyways, he might have a bad tooth, so I have to monitor that, and he might have to get it extracted. I'm told it's just his breed. Lucky. He's like 4. You're 4 years old and you're already losing teeth, boy. What's going to happen? Huh? And then there's dear Lily. She got like all her blood work and everything done. She's perfect. She's literally perfect. She's 9 years old. I know. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying maybe everyone can say a little prayer for your tooth. Huh? It's a molar. A little molar. No, 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 no. I need a lot of table. Anyways, you have a friend here who's tapped in. They are definitely tapped in. What are your friend's motives? Vampire in the light. Makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Okay, so you and your friend are like some pretty cool energy here. You and your friend are really cool energy. Your friend is tapped in to higher sources here. Their motives are to be cautious of who or what they share their energy with. It is to guard themselves, perhaps at times. Maybe there's something or someone that's been around them that has been vampiring their energy, and they have some sort of motive about like protecting themselves with that. What friends' motives are directed towards? Dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So with the vampire, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. So something. Maybe it's something creative this person is doing. Something creative this person is doing that's been draining their life force. Or maybe there's someone, just the way she's looking at the other person. I'm kind of wondering if there's somebody creative in your friend's life that has been draining their life force. It's funny though, because it comes up in the light. So I don't know that whoever this is necessarily a bad person or a negative person. They may just not be energies that, work well together. We're going to pull out tarot to see more. Now, listen, there'll be no tail twitching on my table because I was here first. It's my table. What's wrong? What's wrong? Sure is it? Your foe. Your foe's in the reverse. Oh, the foe was in the reverse. The foe is all in the reverse. We're doing like it's a typical reading. So the foe is in the reverse. There they are. The foe's energy is guide in the shadow. Places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. So wow, that's interesting. Isn't it funny? Like your foe is someone who's kind of connected spiritually. They look like they're connected spiritually in a good way. Now the foe is someone who's placing some type of financial gain, places financial gain and control over spiritual insight. So I don't know. It could be someone who has some type of spiritual insight here, but they won't share it, or they control who they're giving it to or what's going on. The foe's motives. Slave in the shadow. Giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Oh my God. The foe is totally coming off as somebody who, all right. One of the things, I haven't said it in a while. No, I did say it. I did say it in a reading. Did I say it in a reading or in the comments? I can't remember. But it's funny. There's every once in a while I'll get like a reading. It's happened for Gemini. I know it's happened for Gemini a couple of times. It's been a while where it's kind of like the cards have come out and said to people like, you need to take a break. You need to take a break from tarot. You need to take a break from like divination and that sort of stuff. And yeah, like I'll kind of say it. I'm like, oh, you gotta take a break. Because it's you can't be addicted to stuff like well, yeah. It's to use it for growth, right? But if it becomes something beyond that, then it's time to take a break. Or maybe there's just some things that you want to know, and there's only one way you're going to find out, and tarot may just be frustrating and not giving you answers. But so what I'm saying is this is almost someone who wants people to be trapped, who wants people to be trapped in the information that they have to give. They want people to give up their willpower. That's who this foe is. Maybe even out of fear. Maybe making people feel afraid about things. And then, well, oh, you know what? I have the answer for that. Or, What your foe's motives are directed towards. Oh my God. The healer in the shadow. Taking advantage of those who need help. Failing to care for oneself. Oh my gosh. Is this maybe what your friend's motives are like? I'm staying away from that. Because your friend is like spiritual in the light here. This is a naughty spiritual energy. This is the kind of spiritual energy. Oh. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. It's reminding me of, I don't even know what her name is. It was a video that I saw. It was some guy who likes to, I don't know. He tries to get to the truth of things, mostly of people. I think of situations too, but anyways, I'd never seen him before. I don't even remember what his channel was. It was just a random thing that come up. And he was talking about, there's this, I guess she's a bit like a guru or something like that. I don't know. I don't know much about her. And he was just pulling apart one sort of feature of her. And anyways, she dresses like a Viking or something like that. And she was trying to convince people that carrots weren't real food. Anyways, it was really fascinating because, well, he didn't even have to break some things down for me to understand it. Like, that's not true what she's saying. Like, he was playing a video of her at some type of big conference that she had, and people were going there and they were like just sucking up this information like crazy. But she was fucking lying. And she was lying and manipulating information to basically support an artificial ideal that she was trying to get people on board with. Like, it was weird. But anyways, like that's kind of sort of like I could see this energy is, oh yeah, and apparently her tickets are really expensive. Like $2,500 to get in to see this woman. I don't know who she is. But, like, holy fuck, that's crazy. Anyways, right? Like, that's kind of like that's kind of like that. Like, $2,500 to get in to see this person. And because there's things that you don't know about life. Like, I'm going to tell you about these things that you don't realize here that are hurting you, that are damaging you. That's this whole feel of this foe, right? And their motives are for people to give their willpower away, to not think for themselves, possibly too, to not think for themselves. Give your willpower to something or someone else. It'll think for you. Because making your own choices is complicated. Do you see how complicated? Because you never thought of carrots this way. You didn't know this about carrots. People will take information about something and they will twist it around to basically tell the story that they want. So I don't know if you knew this, but there's arsenic inside the seeds of apples. So you'd have to eat a lot of apple seeds to do anything to yourself. But, you know, she was trying to do something similar with carrots and Queen Anne's lace and yada, yada, yada. Anyways, basically telling people that these were toxic foods, but they're not because, you know, well, yeah, I could tell you that apples will kill you because they have arsenic in them, but you're not eating the part that has arsenic and you would have to eat a lot of those. But if you exclude that information, that's the other thing. It could be someone who excludes information so that you think you have the whole story, but you really don't. Or I don't know, whoever they talk to, right? I'm saying you because it's your reading. I don't know who this person is directing themselves towards, but they're false healing. This is not healing. This is actually hurting people because it makes them confused. It takes away their will. It takes away their own discernment. Well, I guess they allow it to happen. Yeah, people do. A lot of people just want people to tell them what to think and what to do. I mean, I don't really feel like the crowd that comes to me is like that. Y'all thinking all the time. Y'all calling me out in the comments all the time too, which is fine. Oh, victim in the reverse. No, Larry. Larry? Shadow. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. Well, that doesn't seem like you or your friend. You and your friend were all in the upright. You guys saw me shuffle it on the camera. You saw me shuffle it on the camera. Okay. Your energy is damsel in the light. You understand the nature of healthy, I want to say relationships. You know, it's important that you look after yourself. Even if you're sitting in a situation where somebody is giving you information, it's important to be discerning about that information. I didn't have to look things up about what this woman was talking about carrots, but I immediately was like, no, that's not right. There's no. I mean, I garden, I know shit. That's not right. But don't believe everything, you know, everybody tells you. But y'all right now, you understand the nature of healthy relationships. The moon. Even when you don't understand what's going on. Feminine, very feminine energy with damsel and the moon, isn't it? The Six of Wands. The Six of Swords. Wow, and the Fool. I want, okay, this is kind of giving me the energy too of someone who, you know when to stop. Now, hear me out on that one. So, success can sometimes be about knowing how far not to take something. And there's something about that in your energy. That's something that I have always struggled with. I haven't done art in a while now. Larry, you're not going to be interfering with what I'm doing. No, I said no. No, no. He can't go outside right now, and he's upset. And that doesn't mean, no, I'm sorry. You could do other things. Knowing when to stop in something is sometimes important, not to take it too far. There's sometimes I've been doing artwork, and I'm like, I should have stopped. I should have stopped like 2 hours ago. It was perfect. And I've added too much color. I've done something like that. But there's something about relationships for you, like I'm getting with that. It's like knowing when you've got success and you don't need to necessarily change anything, or also knowing when it's the right time possibly to leave certain relationships also. You're not just looking after yourself on your own, though. You have sort of like spirit here with you with the Six of Swords, and you are off to some sort of fresh start. I kind of feel like two people are cheering you on here with the Six of Wands. You're off to a fresh start. If people, you wake up in the morning and you hear all your adoring fans are just cheering you, just like, yeah, look at you, you've done a great job. Yeah, maybe it's like your guides too, though. Rubbing on my legs is not going to change the answer that I have for you, Larry. Don't touch the cards. And I can't see my thing. Okay, your motives are romantic charm and potential. Wow, the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take. Fair, no. Fair give and take here. Don't make me come down hard on you. The King of Swords. The Queen of Cups. And the High Priestess. This is clearly knowing exactly what it is that you want. You want higher spiritual love. That's what you want. You have a lot to give in a relationship that would involve higher spiritual love. That's what your motives are directed towards. No. If you want to go over here, you can. No, you can't lay on that. You see, it's falling over. It's almost like if he does it slowly, he thinks I don't know that he's doing it. Do it in slow motion, she won't know. You think I'm not noticing? Do you think I'm not noticing? His face right now. He won't look at me. It's like, I'm not here. I'm not here. Higher spiritual love is what motivates you. That's my card, so I can keep track of what we're talking about. Okay. What are your motives directed towards? It's enjoying life, celebrating the beauty in yourself. Looking after yourself. See, that's kind of the thing too that also makes you, a good person to have a relationship with, whether that's friendship or that's romantic. You are directing love towards yourself right now. That's what you are doing. You love yourself. You understand the importance of being able to look after yourself and to have relationships with people who also do the same. And you are honestly, you're like celebrating yourself right now. The Four of Pentacles. You might not have a lot of money to do it, but you're doing it. The Three of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Star. Yeah, okay, you're totally coming off like, well, okay. I feel like you're not sharing. You're being very discerning with who you will share or you will not share with. What's the time? Yeah, I feel like you recognize that there's a higher energy that not everybody has with you, that not everybody is equal to with you. You have a friend here who I think is, for sure. I'm not sure this foe, who they are. They are really not like part of your group or your energy, that's for sure. But you are definitely looking after yourself. You are also having, it looks like confidence to really be who you are with the Star. Your friend's energy is the Priest in the Light. Larry's laying on the foe. Oh, the Hierophant. How do I say, like, who is this? Is this literally a priest? I'll have the Pope. Is the Pope coming in the reading again? Is the Pope our friend? That's so funny. Like, it's Priest Hierophant is your friend. I'm not even sure what to say. The Nine of Cups. The Hanged Man. Wow, super spiritual energy. And the Nine of Wands. This is somebody, okay, your friend's energy is in kind of like a state of understanding that true happiness does come from within, but there's also difficulties outside of ourselves that, you know, it's impossible to avoid these things. And it's important that we maintain like a connection to, that our higher self maintain a connection to higher energies to help us sort of like get through difficult situations that honestly are just unavoidable at points in time. I mean, it's kind of like realistic, right? Their motive here is to be aware that someone or something is draining their life force. Well, that's interesting too, with the Nine of Wands. The Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands, they might see here that something, they might be looking at something differently that they haven't looked at before. Or maybe they're seeing someone differently that they didn't see in a way before. Vampire, the Two of Wands, the Strength card. No, Larry. The Six of Cups. And the Five of Cups. That's crazy. I mean, especially with like an angel trying to get into somebody's mind here. That. I feel like whoever this foe is, maybe this is a foe to your friend. I feel like this foe has maybe done some sort of projection onto your friend, or some sort, it's like a knowledge that leads to, I heard decay, but thank you, Larry. There we go. He likes it when he makes the decision. Thank you. Thank you. It's knowledge that leads to decay, which sounds a lot like this foe in the reverse, right? Your friend is recognizing knowledge that leads to decay and the source where that comes from. Friends' motives are directed towards, maybe it is delight, having delight in the things that they do. Let's see. is finding delight in what it is that they do. The Two of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Ten of Pentacles. Your friend's energy is somehow here directed towards, I feel like, this foe, something that is unhealthy and toxic. It could be a group. I feel like you and your friend are both somehow connected to, I wonder if this foe is an actual, even a group, if it's not just like just one person. If the foe is even a group, because it's the Ten of Pentacles, the Devil has something to do with the Ten of Pentacles. It almost looks like you and your friend are doing something together. You and your friend are doing something together here. It's true. But this is where it looks like, right? Like building the armor to defend against this devil group. Devil group. Is it a devil group? It's like your friend. Maybe your friend is the one that's become aware of something here. So let's look at this foe, because the foe is they're gonna give information that's they're gatekeeping it. It's like they're gatekeeping information, but also the type of information that they're gatekeeping has already been manipulated, so it's not even true. It's kind of like that woman. Like, pay me $2,500 to come and sit at my conference, and I'm going to fill your head with shit. Okay? So they're guide in the shadow. Oh, the Two of Pentacles. Oh, but right, it could be like for money. For money. Oh my God, the Five of Wands. But it's almost, no. It's almost like you can't. No, it's like they make you think you want something, but then you can't get it. They create a conflict. Maybe they almost create something here where people are competing for this. If people are competing for it, they're going to feel like they want it. The Ten of Cups and the Three of Wands. Competing for happiness. But it's like with the Three of Wands, is always expecting it. Competing for happiness and always expecting it. They might even create competition in family members. Their motives, right, are for people to not have willpower, to give it away to something else, which I think is them, and make people afraid of making their own choices. Eight of Pentacles. It's like what this person does. It's the work that they do. The Ace of Pentacles and the Death card. Oh my God, what is this? This looks like, to me, like someone that would take, okay. How do I want to say it? It's as if this is a person who would, right, like they're already gatekeeping information, but the information they're gatekeeping is wrong anyways. They have wrong information, and they create competition, like people are competing to get to this information. People are competing to get to this information. So that makes people feel like it's really valuable. I need to get there because everyone else is trying to get this information, and it's hard to come by. And then once they get you like in the door to get that information, then they're doing something here where they're making you work for the information, which also makes it feel like it has more value. But there's something weird here where this is somebody who could actually cause people to move away from the work that they do. This is weird. It's got a little bit of a cult feeling to it. I have picked that up before on my channel. Fuck. What is that? Why am I picking that up like every once in a while on my channel? Is there something going on somewhere? And they're directed towards healer in the shadow, taking advantage of those who need help. But they're also failing to care for oneself, or those that fail to care for themselves, so they take advantage of them. Honestly, what the heck? The wheel. Well, they can turn heaven into hell. The King of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Hermit. Isolating. Isolating. Why does this feel so much like a cult to this foe? The foe wants you to be dependent on them. The foe wants you to be dependent on them, feel dependent on the information that they have. The information that they have is incorrect. And yet, so then they create competition around this information. So even though the information is not correct, people may like kind of look over. You know, I feel like that's why sometimes like just weird shit comes across my feed or whatever it is. Like just random stuff will come in, like it's so odd. And I can see like it because it becomes relevant for a reading that I'm about to do. It's just like that woman. Like gatekeeping, the tickets are hugely expensive. She's just like a past Viking. And she's like, I don't know everything about her, but the one thing that this guy was like critiquing was full of false information. And it was twisted, right? And also leaving out information. This foe's motives is for you to give all your free will to them, like it really is, and to isolate. Because you need them for everything. God, that almost seems like a narcissist, like in a really extreme sense here. I don't know. I don't know. The King of Cups is at the bottom. Keeping emotional, I'm hearing like keeping your emotional sovereignty in this situation. Actually, you know what's interesting? I'm going to say because something else, and I'm wondering if it's kind of like the energy of you and your friend. Something really interesting happened on my walk this morning, and I don't know, Larry triggered me into thinking about it earlier on in the reading, and then it went away. But I'm kind of, because it's an example of really excellent cooperation between two entities to protect a third. So listen to this. I was taking Lily, my little dog Lily. We were going for a walk this morning. And as I approached an area of the sidewalk, this crow became so vocal, and he flew from another spot, and he followed us for like about 3 or 4 houses. He followed us, and he kept hopping from one tree to another, right above my head. Ha, ha, ha. Like, what is going on? And I was talking at him like, what is the problem, buddy? What's the problem? And at one point, I thought to myself, well, wait a second, look back. You saw something in the trees before you realized, before you got all this crow nonsense going on over your head. But I didn't take time to really kind of see what it was. So I stopped and I kind of looked back, and there looked like to me a smaller crow, but more like a fledgling that was kind of in like some smaller trees, and it would just jump up and down on the branches, and like it was exercising its wings, right? And I thought, I wonder if it's like protecting that fledgling. Anyway, so Lily and I got to the corner, and then it flew across the street, and it started vocalizing. There was another woman coming across the street, and she had a dog. And then later it dawned on me, I thought, it didn't vocalize when just a person walked by. It vocalized when someone was walking by with a dog. So it was obviously the dog that was getting the crow to activate. But what the crow was doing was it was constantly following the perceived danger and like vocalizing it. So I was like, that's interesting. And then so then Lily and I crossed the street, of course. It had followed me back there because when the lady was coming with the dog, she went down another street. It did let now. So then it came back over to our side. And then Lily and I crossed the road. It crossed the road. It's just kind of like, for the love of God. And then I walked back up the way we went, but on the other side. And as I walked up, I could see a third, but like a third crow, but second adult crow, really high up in the trees. And it seemed to be following wherever this little fledgling went. So you know what they were doing? One was alerting and alerting vocally. If you follow my voice, you will follow the danger. That's where the danger is. I will be right above the danger. So as I move, that's where the danger is. So you know where the danger is. And then the other one was high up. So, right, it could see, if it couldn't see the sidewalk, it could see the other crow in the trees and it knew where the danger was. It knew where the fledgling was. But the one alerting to the danger also knew where the fledgling was because it was staying above the fledgling. I was like, that is some cool ass teamwork. Right? That was so fascinating. I've never seen anything like that. Anyways, you and your friend are kind of like that. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to ask, oh, what is the unexpected coming towards you? What is the unexpected coming towards your friend? And what is the unexpected coming towards the foe? There are 2 options in the description below for the extended if you would like to follow me there. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.